Welcome to the Rag Brothers podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.
Is it Rag Brothers podcast or the Rag Brothers podcast?
I think you just said the same thing twice then.
No, well, one's got the.
Right. Well, I think with all sort of titles, they start with the, and then maybe in time, you know. It's like the Lord of the Rings. Do you say the Lord of the Rings or do you say Lord of the Rings?
Have you watched the Lord of the Rings? Have you watched Lord of the Rings? Do you know what? I don't know. Do you know?
I don't know either. No, I'm saying, like, my housemate's never seen Lord of the Rings. So I said to him the other day...
So what do they say? Just rings?
I say to him, do you want to watch Lord of the Rings? And
Yeah.
I say Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings. I drop the.
Okay.
So I think we'll lead with Rag Brothers podcast.
Welcome to the Rag Brothers podcast. Welcome to Rag Brothers podcast. Welcome to the Rag Brothers podcast. That's Calum. I'm Tom. We're brothers.
We are brothers.
This is our third public episode.
Yes.
Reception has been really nice.
Has been really nice. We've had some lovely comments. People have been really enjoying it. And let's do some more of it. If that's all right with you. Is that all right with you?
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to let the audience in to see what you've had to write down?
Well, do they want to see my handwriting?
I think they want to see...
I think on former podcasts, showing them has been quite good.
Yeah, I agree.
I've also, on the flip side... Oh, I thought I wrote the exact same thing.
So, do you want to just talk me through why you have to write down, relax, shut the fuck up, and listen? What's the reasoning behind that, Tom?
Well, are they all true?
Yes.
I need reminders.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, great. Well, some people get tattoos, don't they, of, like, you know, their child's name to remind them of their child's name, like, you know.
Yeah. Come down for dinner, Sam.
Yeah. Why do people get tattoos of each other's names, you know, of their, like, loved ones' names on their arms and stuff in case they forget? Because also, if you
I don't think anyone has ever had a tattoo of a name so that they don't forget what the name of someone is. I think it's like a homage.
Yeah, okay.
I like the word homage. I'm going to start using that more.
It sounds like fromage.
It does, which is French for yogurt.
I think cheese.
Is probably is French for cheese.
When does milk?
Oh no, this is it should be a feature. Essentially, the podcast is just one long feature. When you start saying, when does a something become a something?
But when does milk become yogurt, and when does yogurt become cheese? It's an interesting question.
It is, in a way. I don't know how much people are thinking about that.
No, I mean, I don't think people are constantly thinking about when does milk becomes cheese. But It's an interest. If you think about it now, it's an interesting thought.
Hold on. Listen. Good point.
Sure.
Have you ever been asked how are you and said something other than good?
I always say, I'm very good, thanks. And you? Or
Okay.
I'm very good, thanks. And then I try and build a little bit on the very good.
Very good. Very good.
I'm very good.
I don't think you've said very good. I think you say, I'm good. I'm good. I'm really good. Really. I don't think you're saying very.
Well, very and really are interchangeable. But yes, I do. And I think it's nice to inject into the world like a higher level of positivity to you and the people around you. And so that's why I sort of boost it a little bit with the very good or the really good.
I think the originality is good, but I actually don't think positivity is always truthful. For example, ask me, how are you?
How are you?
I've got a piece of paper here. It's got 3 things written on it. So do you see what I mean? It's
not really, because that's not responding to my question.
It's engaging.
You don't want somebody to say, you know, how are you? And then somebody to respond, I'm really, you know, say you're buying a pint of milk in the corner shop, yeah? And you go in there and you say to the guy or girl.
Immediately the image was a pint of milk. You go into a shop, there's just like 400 pints of milk on the floor. No
on the
shelving.
Floor? Floor.
Yeah, on the floor.
But you don't want them to come back with like, oh, I have a really difficult.
Do you not think that's emotionally honest?
I think that's great in the right time,
Okay.
but not just when you're getting a Friday pint of milk.
So you're basically saying say different things at different times.
Yeah.
However, you said that you always say I'm very good, and you might not always. Are you always very good?
Sometimes I'm not very good, and I say, you know what? I'm
But 10 seconds ago, you said people shouldn't say that.
No, I think that there's a time and a place for that. I think
What time and what place?
in Bermondsey at 8 a.m.
Yeah. How financially screwed did you get at Valentine's Day?
I was good for Valentine's Day. I decided that we'd go to a local Italian restaurant, and I'd been there before. I knew the pricing wasn't, extravagantly priced.
Mm.
And I think it was £30 a head for
Yeah.
a pasta dish each in a tiramisu.
What did you get there?
Cannelloni, the pasta tubes. I think that's called cannoli or cannelloni. I can never know.
Cannoli's the small pastry.
Sure.
So I can understand why it was 30 quid. In fact, that's expensive. But cannelloni.
Cannon lonely.
I'd
I had a cannon. I was lonely.
Could I get a Calum lonely?
I had the cannelloni and the spaghetti to share between us two, and it was £60 for the two of us with a tiramisu and a glass of white wine.
What was the spaghetti?
Capers and anchovies.
Essentially, with spaghetti, it's either cream or red.
Sure.
Was it cream or red?
It was red.
Okay. I'd like the red spaghetti.
Yeah. It was a tomatoey anchovy capers.
Hold on, run me through the menu again. Not the menu.
The whole menu.
God, what did you eat?
Cannoli.
Cannelloni.
I don't know which one it is. Is either cannoli or cannelloni?
No, I'm telling you, it's cannelloni. It's cannelloni.
A can of lonely.
People will be saying after, I loved their bit about that.
I loved it. It was one of the best bits
They
ever.
must have written that.
Yeah. We hadn't written it.
I've never liked gift vouchers
Right.
until recently.
Go on then.
Well, you know what a gift voucher is.
I do. They're the worst things.
Well, I think I'm going to change your mind.
Okay, I'm looking forward to this.
Not that you ever change your mind on anything. So recently got a gift voucher for M&S. Right?
Okay.
I don't know how much is on it yet,
Okay.
but I'll find out. Let's say it's 100 quid. A
Okay.
very generous gift voucher.
Okay.
You can only you can only use it at M&S. That makes sense, right? If you're sent 100 quid cash, you're not going to spend that at M&S. You're going to spend that on other things. But this way, it has to be at M&S. Has to be food. Have you changed your mind yet?
You know what, Tom? That's not a bad idea. Actually, you've changed my mind a little bit. Yeah, genuinely. I'm not even joking. I used to think vouchers were the worst thing ever. Like, my dad bought me
The worst thing ever.
well,
Receiving money via a particular shop is the worst thing ever.
well, it's one of the worst things ever.
Okay, happy to go with that.
No,
Murder. Gift vouchers.
yeah.
Yeah. The two largest threats to humanity right now. Go on.
No,
I'm dying to hear your take on this.
No, I think that you know what, you've changed my mind.
Whoa.
Because
Have I ever changed your mind on anything else? Because that's the first time you've ever been receptive. That is the first time.
Is it?
Can you think of any? Because I'm ridiculously receptive. I'm always learning. I take on things that you say. Is that the only time that I've changed your mind on something?
I think it's up there as one of the only times. Yeah.
I was using my typewriter. That's impressive, isn't it?
Not really. No.
And trying to write a Valentine's Day message while doing the scrambled eggs. Forgot about the scrambled eggs. It became an omelette, which I then began cutting up. It was really poor. The toast was cold, but buttered. The coffee was cold. And I think, oh no, I made bacon. But basically, I admitted that it was poor, and both of us didn't eat it. She made a small gesture. I made a small gesture, and then we sort of looked at each other and said, "I think just leave these two." But I was saying to her that it's the effort that counts,
Yeah.
and also I said to her, "Do you love me? Do you love Tom, or do you like Gordon Ramsay?" I said, "This breakfast is Tom. So if you don't like the breakfast, you don't love me." She seemed to go along with that. She made a beautiful. She made a tin of biscuits, a large tin of biscuits. And she made tons of it. They were red and they were 2 love hearts.
That's really nice.
Each biscuit. There were about 40 biscuits.
Did you eat them all?
Not all of them myself.
Yeah.
Did
your housemates?
They don't taste like they have sugar in. I'll say that.
Okay.
I asked her, "Is there a lot of sugar in this?"
Right.
And she did say yes. But there's no proof there. It's like Sherlock Holmes being asked to go and do a case and there's no murdered body. Everyone's saying we think there's been a murder. Does that make sense?
Not really, but that's fine. I think my brain can't process it. But essentially, there wasn't any sugar in them. Or there was sugar in them.
There was a lot of sugar in them, but it didn't taste like they were.
I see.
So I felt deceived. She got a small ceramic pig for me.
She loves some small ceramic things, doesn't she?
She
Hippos, pigs,
Yeah.
Snoopy mugs. It's
Yeah.
really sweet. It's really sweet.
Yeah, you've got Tinsy and then Snoopy mug.
Sure.
Is a mug ever small? Let's not go down there.
When does an egg cup become a mug?
Welcome to Tommy's Topics. The first Tommy's topic is Vinted. I've been running out of things to sell on Vinted. So now I'm just looking around the house and vaguely my girlfriend's stuff and thinking, I could sell that.
How's it working out?
Well, like, my girlfriend she'll put on a scarf, right, that she hasn't worn for a while. And I'll be like, "Nice scarf. Do you use that scarf much?"
Just clocking if it's going to sell for much.
Yeah. But predominantly, it's like, how much do we need a fridge?
I think quite a lot. Yeah, I think fridges probably want to keep your fridge.
Keep the fridge.
Keep the fridge. But other things, that's an interesting idea. I would start shedding more stuff, Tom. Like, because you've been buying a lot of things, you know.
I have a new wardrobe.
Yeah, famously.
They're all from charity shops.
Yes, but you bought like 50 items.
And so last night I went through all my clothes and yeah, there were like 20 items that I could get rid of. Have you used Vinted?
I have. I recently sold a Power Ranger outfit on Vinted.
Why did you have a Power Ranger outfit?
I went on a fancy dress event party and I bought a Power Ranger outfit. I cut 2 holes in the eyes and the mouth and it was like
Was this a gimp suit?
It was a very tight yellow Power Ranger outfit.
Why didn't it have any eye holes or mouth holes?
Because it was like you could vaguely see through it a little bit, but it needed cutting.
Okay.
Yeah. So cut through it. I think
Sure.
the outfit, it was the most expensive. It was like 30 quid or something.
When was this party?
About a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much did you get for it?
Like £4. And also, like the guy said that he didn't receive it, so I had to refund the £4.
Did you get it back?
No, he did receive it. I saw a photo of it in his shed, but he said that he didn't receive it, and apparently, you know, that happened. So I didn't have a great experience on Vinted.
Since you banned me from having sugar unreasonably, I have had a string of addictions to various things.
You had an addiction to Facebook Marketplace for a period of time, buying TVs and computers and bikes. You were buying bikes and then you were locking them around London with cheap locks. They were getting stolen, and then the next day you'd go and buy a bike, and then the next day you take that bought bike to go and buy another bike, tie up the bike with a cheap lock, take the other bike back home, say to me the next day you're going to go and get that other bike, but by the time you've gone back to get that bike, it's been nicked, and then you lose your other bike. So you've got a weird thing going on with bikes at the moment.
I think that it's very hard to create a distinction between odd addictions and just being an interesting person. Because you cannot deny that I'm an interesting person. I think I'm the most interesting person that you've ever met.
What do you mean by interesting? What does interesting mean to you?
Authentic.
Authentic. Do you think all addicts are authentic then? Is that what you're interesting?
Yeah.
All addicts are interesting.
Yeah.
So anyone that's not an addict, you say, is not interesting.
I didn't say that.
Well, by working out what you mean here, I think that you need help with your addictions here.
I think I've stopped now. I think I'm fine. I think I've got a healthy relationship to selling things on Vinted. And I don't think I've got an addiction. I don't think I've got any addictions now.
It will manifest in another way, but that's fine. That is what it is.
Right.
There are healthy addictions and less healthy addictions, aren't there?
Are there healthy addictions? Are healthy addictions an addiction?
Well, I'd say like being addicted to drinking cups of tea is probably better than heroin.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah, so there are more healthier ones than that.
Okay,
There's
so
a
you think I should
spectrum.
just have healthy addictions? Do you not think I should not have any addictions?
Well, obviously, but then you've just got to go back to childhood, and your need for approval and soothing pain, and going into all of that sort of stuff.
You think my addiction to football shirts is related to approval from childhood?
Probably, yeah.
What sort of approval am I getting?
You didn't like when you were on the football pitch.
Yeah.
Your coach never said that you were good.
I remember at school, I was a substitute.
Yeah.
Right, and whole game they didn't bring me on.
Really?
I was the only substitute for that match.
Did he forget about you? He must have forgotten about you. You can't have a coach not bringing you on for the whole game. I mean, were they winning? Were they losing?
I think
way,
we
they
lost
should
the match. We lost the match.
You would have come on and scored the winning goal, probably.
Maybe.
Unlikely. So I had this really interesting conversation yesterday with a friend who has got ADHD quite significantly. And his doctor told him that the ADHD gets a lot worse the worse your gut health is. So there's a massive link between your brain activity, your level of ADHD, focus, attention, energy with your gut. And it's an interesting area that I haven't actually looked into more yet, but I'm actually going to look into it. And I thought you'd be interested in that.
Well, carbohydrates and sugar put people up and down.
They do.
So whether bipolar is just a completely different thing, kind of is.
Yeah.
But a lot of people think this.
Yeah, sure. You don't have bipolar disorder. It's just the sugar. It's just the sugar content going up and down.
It's just to do with twirls.
Well, I think that the bipolar and other mental health things are obviously there and in and around and stuff, but also the volatility of things. I think you'd be surprised. I think if your gut health improved a lot, which could be done by eating, because he's turned away from drinking alcohol because of the gluten in the wheat in the beer, and also he's turned away from eating bread and lactose and cheese and stuff. And he said it's transformed his life in the way that he's able to focus, his energy levels, attention, and all of that.
Have you had good experiences or bad experiences with landlords?
Not great experiences. My last landlord was a bit of a chancer and kept upping the rent every sort of few months, 6 months or so, and it wasn't a very good experience. How's your experience been?
I've got an amazing experience with my landlord.
Haven't you had like a really smelly, damp bathroom for like 10 years?
He's done his very best to keep on top of that.
Hasn't he just done his very best to keep you quiet about it by not charging you too much in rent?
Every time I've asked him to do it, he's done it very quickly.
Done what very quickly?
It's not to like victim blame myself, but I haven't reported it as much as I should.
Okay, you haven't told him about it. He's not very aware of the smelly damp.
He's very much aware of it.
Right.
I just haven't asked him to do it when it should have been done.
Right.
He's got a dog. He can't park on our road because it's expensive. So whenever he comes in, you can only be there for like 20 minutes. You get a parking ticket.
That is expensive.
Or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes. So,
Well, it's expensive, yeah. Can you not pay for parking?
I think you can, but he doesn't.
Right.
So his visits to the flat are genuinely 3 minutes.
Okay.
Because he doesn't want to get a parking ticket. He
Right.
brings his dog in.
Yeah.
He had cancer about 3 years ago,
Okay.
and I was there for him.
That's sweet.
Yeah,
You were his
on the
therapist.
phone.
You were his therapist for a
Yeah,
day, were you?
but he seems to be better.
Doesn't he drive a Bentley around?
He does. Yeah, he's got 30.
Can't afford the parking on the street, but he does
No.
drive a Bentley and has 34 flats in London.
He's got 33 flats.
So we're on to our second feature of this podcast. Excellently structured, as we know, with Tommy's topics and Callie's content. Alliteration, which people I'm sure will get. My first topic, Tom, is about airport baggage. And I'd love to talk to you a little bit about what your experience has been with airports, baggage, and when you're packing for a trip, are you going for a Ryanair flight, which is super cheap with, the baggage of a pencil case? Or are you going Emirates Airlines, you're having a huge handbag, a huge suitcase? What are you going for there, Tommy?
In terms of packing clothes,
Yeah.
probably going to blow your mind.
Okay.
Roll your clothes.
You're a roller. Did Grandma teach you that? Because genuinely, Grandma taught me about
stepdad.
rolling. Your stepdad.
But do you roll? Because I don't think you roll. You don't roll. Be honest. Be open.
I don't roll, but there was one occasion when I was travelling to South Africa when I was a child where my mum rolled my clothes.
Okay. Are you consciously not rolling?
I consciously don't roll. I just put my stuff into a bag, folded.
Okay.
I'm a
You
folder.
fold it?
I'm a folder, yeah.
Okay.
You're a roller. So
Big roller. You can
So-
fit more things in it.
you can fit more things in it, but are you going for the cheap flight or the more luxurious
Cheap
flight?
as chips.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought that would be your style. Yeah, cheap as chips. And your baggage, are you taking a little handbag?
I'll take a rucksack, and ideally I can get everything in that rucksack.
Yeah.
It's bursting from the seams.
You're traveling. You travel very light, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like whenever we go away for like a weekend or something, you just bring like a tiny pencil case.
Everything is everything is on me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't need to take a bag places.
Well, this is interesting because I am very much cheap flight.
Yeah.
I will wear everything I'm wearing on the flight.
Yeah.
But this backfired recently at Heathrow Airport when I was going to a cold country, Finland, and I was going through and I had small baggage, so I wore 3 pairs of trousers going through the
Thing.
the scanny thing.
Scanny thing.
And I'm thinking, it's fine to wear 3 pairs of trousers, obviously. Beep, beep, beep. Excuse me, sir. Are you wearing more than 1 pair of trousers?
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not kidding you. I said, yes, I am. I'm wearing 3. And I had like my ski pants on, like thick trousers,
Okay.
jeans, and then I had like an under trousers as well.
Yeah.
I had to remove them all in the airport. It was so
No.
humiliating.
Is
So
that illegal? Are they allowed to do that? Did you look it up?
I didn't look it up. No, I guess in those situations, you don't really question the legalities
No.
of airport security, do you? You go along with everything.
Did you query it?
I didn't say to him, "Excuse me, sir, are you legally allowed to see if I'm wearing 3 pairs of
But
trousers?"
did you say, really?
No, I just took off my 2 pairs of trousers, and then put them through the scanner, and then walked through, and then put them back on the other side. So I was allowed to wear them, but he just
Okay.
wanted them scanned
Through the scanner.
Yeah, but it was a little bit humiliating
Yeah.
to have to. Everyone was looking at me like, "Why has he got 3 pairs of trousers on?"
Sure.
I'm saved £50 on my baggage.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I have thought recently that I might go to the more expensive airlines purely just to get a more enjoyable experience. Pay that extra £50. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you've recently bought some flights that are British Airways.
I have. Yeah.
I think it depends on the length of the flight in a way.
Sure.
So I don't know if I'd do a 5-hour Ryanair. I would do a 5-hour on Ryanair.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think if I ran an airline, I would definitely do Ryanair.
Really? Cheapest chips.
What would yours be? And be honest.
British Airways.
Not
that I fly with them.
EasyJet.
I probably would, yeah, maybe EasyJet, yeah. I'd like to think British Airways,
Sure.
but actually, probably be an EasyJet sort of job.
Yeah, I think EasyJet lands between them. But this comes back, like, the reason I would do Ryanair is because I'm in touch with the British public.
Yeah, I
Who watched more of The Traitors, me or you?
I think I did. I love Traitors.
Yeah.
I love Traitors. Big fan of Traitors. But yes, that's. I just wanted to talk to you about airport shopping and bag stuff. Yeah.
I feel like there's been 3 bad eggs in the last 20 years who have kind of blown up planes, and they've ruined it for the rest of us.
Well, that's definitely the case. 100%. 100%. No, 100%. Yeah. I actually did have a bad egg recently. I cracked it. It was pink.
Was it pink after the boiling of it?
No, pink straight out the pan.
Straight.
Like
was there a
highlighter.
difference in colour between the yolk and the thing?
The egg white was pink, fluorescent pink.
Yeah.
And they were expensive eggs. We had like a voucher for some expensive eggs. Not a voucher gift card, but like we had a voucher from... I'd complained because I can't remember why, but basically I complained to the egg company about the eggs the first time. They sent me some vouchers, and then I used the vouchers to get the second batch of eggs, and they turned out pink.
Were they supposed to be pink?
No.
Were all 6? How many did you get? 6 or 12?
6.
Okay. Were they all pink?
No.
One of them was pink.
One of them was pink.
Okay.
Inside.
Sure.
I ate a little bit of it.
Okay.
Regretfully.
No.
I was okay, but I because I'd made it into a bit of an omelette.
Okay.
And I regretfully, I shouldn't.
But it was a perfectly good egg.
No, it wasn't a good egg.
I think it's a psychological. It didn't taste any different, did it?
I looked it up, and apparently with this pink, you should avoid it like the plague.
Okay. Okay.
When you go to the cinema, Tom, what snack are you buying or bringing? Are you a bring to the cinema sort of snack guy?
I'm a bringer.
I'm a bringer. Yeah, nice. I'm also a bringer. Nice. And what are you bringing?
I don't.
Couple of Scotch eggs. What are you bringing to your cinema trip?
Are you fat shaming me?
Yes, I am.
Because I'm absolutely fine with it. I need to lose a bit of weight. I haven't been to the cinema for ages.
Right.
You went to a film recently, didn't you?
Avatar. Yeah, I went to Avatar.
What did you think?
Of the film or of the experience? I'm talking about snacks here.
Oh, sure.
I brought 2 enormous bags of popcorn down my jacket. Yeah.
One salty, one sweet. Sweet and salty.
Double sweet and salty, yeah.
Okay.
2 sweet salty.
Right.
And I also bought an ice cream each and a can of Fanta each or something.
Well, you brought them in.
Yeah,
you brought in ice creams?
Yeah.
Was there any melting?
No melting. I ate them in there.
Okay, that's the first thing you're having.
You got to eat your ice cream first. Yeah.
Eat the ice cream first.
Yeah.
And your popcorn. Why did you need so much popcorn?
Well, it was a long film.
Okay.
And, you always want a lot of popcorn in the cinema, don't you?
I'm not a...
popcorn guy.
So what I do is I get sweet chili peanuts.
Sweet chili.
Wasabi peas as well. I'm a big fan.
Are you a wasabi guy?
And ideally I take in a coffee from McDonald's.
You get wasabi peas in the McDonald's. That is a wild combination.
I'm a man of the people.
Who's buying the £16 nacho cheese libros? Nacho libros. Who's buying that?
I think...
And the orange Fanta zinger. Slush puppy. Do you know what I mean? It's a weird selection of things in there.
I understand slush puppy. I think that slush puppy is quite clearly the best drink.
Why do you think it's called a slush puppy? Why are slush puppies called slush?
Well, you get the slush bit. You get that.
I get that bit.
Yeah.
Where's the puppy coming from?
I don't know.
Back in the day, like cocaine was originally in Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
In slush puppies, did they used to have
Bits of puppy.
a puppy ear? Do you know what I mean? Maybe,
Yeah.
potentially. But it's
Yeah.
an interesting one, that one. But I think animals are often used in marketing. You know, you get those chocolate animal digestive biscuits.
Like the kids' food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Animals are used often in marketing.
People like animals.
They should be getting a cut. Do you know what I mean? All puppies should be getting a cut of the slush puppy
puppies.
market. Yeah.
Yeah.
All lions should be getting a cut of lion bars.
All black horses should get money from Lloyd's TSB.
Exactly. All polar bears.
I don't know how many more examples we need.
Do you know what I mean, though?
The nachos with sauce, I think, is reserved primarily, and I don't want to stigmatise, for the mentally ill. There's something clearly wrong with each person who does that.
Nacho Cheezos. But the thing is, the cheese is not even cheese. It's a yellowy, warm vomit.
Yeah.
And because it gets cold quite quickly, doesn't it? You don't
Right.
want cold.
What part is there any hot about it? What's hot about it? Oh, the cheese.
Well, I imagine when they give their cheesy nachos out, they're warm.
Yeah, I think that's cooling quite quickly. Again, you have to have it very quickly.
Very quickly.
So in the trailers,
You've eaten your nacho Cheezos.
It's gone.
Yeah. But people might leave it a little bit and it gets wet and cheesy and you know what I mean? You don't want that, do you?
Yeah, I think the cheese on nachos is a gorgeous meal, but only in the comfort of your own home.
And it's got to be nice cheese. You don't want sort of
the plasticky line cheese.
No, you don't want that.
Have you ever had squeezy cheese?
Squeeze? I've never had squeeze. Are you a squeezer?
No, to be fair, I've never had squeezy cheese.
No, I've never had squeezy cheese.
We
used to, as kids, we used to get the plastic cheese for burgers, didn't we?
Did we?
Do you not remember when we used to have barbecues? We'd get the plastic cheese and bang it in the top of the burger.
Were you talking about it's like a small page of cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that plastic? Is that
a small page of cheese?
Yeah, a small page of cheese.
Do you remember that guy when we were at that football club called Jacob who ate those sausage sandwiches?
Yeah, with brown sauce.
Yeah, very.
Which again, in the comfort of your own home,
is fine.
That's delicious. I remember one birthday I was made it as a present.
What, sausage sandwich?
By not our uncle, but a sort of metaphorical uncle in Wales.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It wasn't like a fish. It was like, a non-blood related uncle.
He made
but I wasn't abused by him.
Was it?
He made me. It was fantastic. It came in tin foil, but only in the comfort of your own home. I think as soon as you
don't want to. Are you not having sausage sandwiches out?
I've never had a sausage sandwich out, and neither of you. I think you'd be very hard pushed to get a sausage sandwich out.
We used to get those baguettes from the shop called burgettes, which had burger in them. Do you remember them?
No.
I used to get them.
I get baguettes. Where did you get burgettes from?
In Monmouth, up the street near where we lived.
Right.
There was a place called Eat My Crusts.
Okay.
It's not a euphemism.
Okay. No.
But
Eat My Crust. So it was baguette with
on
burgers
second thought, there is a little bit of a weird thing going on there with that shop. The other one next door was called Wiggies.
Yeah.
Wiggies and Eat My Crusts. Bizarre names if you think about them a little bit more.
Yeah. Hold on, let me just think about them more. Weird names.
Yeah. You could buy burgettes. They were.
So this is a baguette with burger in?
Yeah. They'd
cut up.
Yeah. So half a burger, half the burgers in the burgettes, if that makes sense.
Lined up,
burgers. Yeah, with a bit of sauce. Cheesy sauce.
So that's nachos.
Nacho cheese. Do you know those people, right, when you're telling a story and they say to you, when you're telling an epic story and they say, that didn't happen. And you're like, you're building up to this amazing bit, right? Yeah. Everyone's like on the edge of their seats and everyone's like, oh my God. And then, there's a small intricacy. Like, I was going paintballing and I shot this bullet and it went past a bear and like it was going towards the other person.
Hold on. Do you have any sympathy with the person who said that didn't happen?
Well, hang on a minute. Okay, there was a bear in this situation, and it did go past them, and maybe I
What
said,
situation were you paintballing and there was a bear?
well, I'm hypothetically
Okay.
hypothesizing here.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, you're in Canada, right?
Right.
Okay, you've gone paintballing, right?
Okay.
Okay, you're going with some friends.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got a paintball gun in your hand.
Yeah.
You've shot it at.
Are you in the wild, or is this a concerted paintball centre where there are bears? So you're in the wild, happy to go with this.
Okay.
You have a paintball gun for
Yeah.
no good reason.
Yeah,
and you're
so-
with your friends.
Exactly. You're not in an arena. You're with
Okay.
friends. Okay. You've shot the bullet. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The bear wasn't like 10 meters away from you. It was 50 meters away from you. But when you're
Okay.
telling the story to your friends in the pub that next
right.
week,
Right.
you're saying there was a bear
Okay.
and I shot my paintball gun
Yeah.
and the bear was 10 meters away from me. The person then goes, that didn't happen. It was 50 meters away from you. You're
Which is factually true. They flagged something perfectly true.
yeah, but that's not.
So what's your problem
My
with that?
problem is, if I'm telling a great story here, let me have my time in telling the story. It doesn't matter if flavors of it aren't exactly accurate.
Okay.
The bear was 50 meters away. Okay, whatever. But this is a
Okay.
great. This is one of the great stories. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's good fiction, and then they've said that seems fictional in places.
But hang on a minute. All
But
stories.
you're saying that a large part of it was true, and you don't like that the whole thing was thrown out?
You just uncut the story now because people are thinking, is that even true at all now? So yeah, it is. The bear was 10 meters away or 50 meters away. It's irrelevant how far the bear was away from me. Do you know what I mean?
Well, if it's irrelevant, why did you specify?
Because it's
relevant in the moment.
when you're telling a great story, don't be corrected by other people. Can other
Okay.
people not correct me while I'm telling a great story?
Even if there are falsehoods in it.
Okay, yeah. If you say that you were like on the moon and they're like you weren't on the moon, okay, fine. But
You're
like,
allowed small white lies during a story, and if they query them, you don't like it.
I don't like it at all. Exactly. Yeah. Let the story be. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Let the story be.
Okay.
Have you not had that experience?
No.
You just might not be around. You might not have told any great stories. That's the problem with you. If you need any coaching on great stories, come to me because I'll teach you something.
Sure.
But any. Do you need training?
Not right now.
Not
Can I
right
get
now.
back to you?
Yeah. Email me.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please tell your friends. If you haven't enjoyed it, please still tell your friends. And if you could like and subscribe to this channel, we would adore that.
The pod is also available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
I think, Tom, genuinely for this bit, all we want them to do is just hit like and subscribe. When I've watched YouTube videos,
Okay.
all they do is hit like and subscribe. So that's what we've got to
Okay.
do with this bit. It's not asking them to do loads of different things like,
Okay.
save a TikTok reel and stuff. Download TikTok, save it, comment on it. None of that shit. It's not
Okay.
about doing all of that stuff.
Okay.
It's just about this video
Okay.
on YouTube.